Hi everyone, welcome to Money Morning. I'm Suzanne Senna. Today we're so happy to be joined by our trading expert, Tom Gentile. Now Tom, Apple earnings are just about to be announced. Everyone watches Apple earnings to get an idea of where the stock is going. But according to you, you say the smart traders get in and get out before earnings. Is that right?
Yeah, so the adage on the street, Suzanne, is to buy the rumor and sell the news. And that's what a lot of people expect, not only with Apple, but with any stock that's coming through an earnings season. I like to buy before the rumor and sell before the news, thereby getting in front of both the folks getting into a trade as well as getting out before they end up clearing out.
And Tom, this is not just something that you're guessing about. It's not just a hunch. The price moves on Apple that you're going to cash in on are based on what you call your money calendar. Tell us about the money calendar and how that works.
Right. So I'm a rules-based trader, and that means that I look at objective entry and exit techniques. And one of the ways that I've been able to do this over and over again is with a program I call the money calendar. And so the money calendar goes and looks at millions and millions of bits of data to determine the best time to get into and out of a stock, and not just around earnings. It just so happens that Apple, between now and the beginning of November, has a 80% chance over the last 10 years of increasing during this time frame. And it also happens that Apple's going through something called an earnings effect. And an earnings effect is just simply this, where people pile into a trade before earnings and then they pile out after earnings. So we're going to take the best of both worlds, both what my money calendar is telling me and what's going on in the world of earnings with Apple during its third quarter earnings report.
So Tom, if Apple rises in October, is it too late then to profit?
Actually, no. The pattern is between now and the beginning of November. So it's a short-term pattern. And again, we want to go in and buy before we start ramping up on earnings, because right now everybody's worried about the iPhone 10 coming out. We're going to concentrate on what's going to happen November 2nd. So getting in now and getting out November 2nd before the close is the proper way to make a short-term trade on Apple.
So are you saying, Tom, that investors should buy the stock?
Absolutely. So Apple's priced around $158 a share today. And so if we were to buy at $158 a share, looking at the average price that the money calendar is telling me that Apple is likely to go, that puts it around 164 to 165. All right, it's about a 4% move in the stock price. And you could absolutely go out there and buy the stock and look for, if we get that repeat to happen again, around a 4% bump in the stock price. But there is a better way.
What's that? How do we get the fastest profits on Apple? What's the trade?
So what you want to do, Suzanne, is you want to rent the stock. You don't want to own it. You know, we're going to be in this particular trade for maybe a week. Why in the world would you want to own anything for just a week? We want to rent the stock. It's much, much cheaper. It's got much lower risk. And again, we want to buy before the rumor. So that means we're looking at the at-the-money calls right now. That's the 158 calls that expire on Friday, November 3rd. All right. From there, Apple reports earnings on the 2nd at the close or after the market close. So buying those November calls now and then selling them, getting out of them before Apple announces its earnings. So as long as you're out by the close of November 2nd, then you are with the safe money. You are buying before the rumor now, and you are selling before the news. And the news is after the close on November 2nd.
Wow, Tom, this is huge information. Thank you so much for being with us today and letting us in on this exciting opportunity. And now, for even more exciting news, you can get Tom's detailed instructions for today's Apple trade. For that and to discover how you can get all of his money calendar trades, click the link after this video. Tom, again, thank you for being with us today. We appreciate your time.
Thanks, Suzanne.
Keep tuning in to MoneyMorning.com to make fast money on the most profitable moves from the best traders in the business today.